For us, it's a lot about self-sufficiency. I think the way of the future is distributed power generation. Very many people will be generating their own power and sharing it with others. I think it's more about independent power generation rather than necessarily being off-grid. But we love being off-grid for other reasons. We've been on this land for nearly 3 years now and we haven't had to pay any bills in that time. If you get just the design of the house itself correct, your energy consumption can be so greatly reduced. And anybody can do that, doesn't matter where you live.
We've had blackouts around here and we sit here with our lights on and everyone else is dark. There's that sort of smugness, I guess.
Every new house that's built should have good passive solar thermal design. Taking maximum advantage of the sun, we've got these big windows that let the sun shine in. The sun shines on this large area concrete floor that soaks up the warmth during the day. It stays warm for a long time into the evening, keeps the house warm.
We don't use power for heating or cooling.
Right now it's probably getting up around the mid-20s, even though I think it's about 6 degrees outside at the moment. There's a lot of satisfaction in just taking responsibility for the resources that we use.
Yeah, just being very hands-on about how the house is operating, how the power's going. It's a lot of fun, actually.
Our power generation system is partly solar and partly a hydro generator in a little creek on our property. The hydro generator is partly just a cool thing. It was a nice little engineering project for me because I'm an engineer, but it works beautifully in this southern Tasmanian environment where the solar is great during the summer, but in winter the creek flows and the hydro generator produces more power than we know what to do with. We have so much surplus power that we thought we can run an electric car. We think it's really cool to have a car that I describe as running on sun and rain. From the very earliest days we thought it would be nice to be able to use some on-site materials for the house. We are very fortunate to have large quantities of a granite-like rock. The pine was used mainly to make the ceiling in this room. Well, what can we say about the view? I think it pretty much speaks for itself.
With this land, we have a chance to conserve a bit of natural forest.
We think it's just wonderful having a private national park.
Where we are, there were some really severe fires back in 1967, so we take fire very seriously. We decided we wanted to have a bushfire bunker, which is nestled into the hillside just down from the house, because we wanted to stay and defend the house. We put a lot of energy into it and thought and ourselves. We want to be responsible for that aspect as well.
And I can be just walking around the land here and I just get these little thrills of delight that we're fortunate enough to live here. It's wonderful.
Being self-sufficient, it's also a way of demonstrating what can be done to others.
This is the implementation of a lot of things that we've believed in for a long time. One household building a sustainable house doesn't solve the world's problems, but if everybody does, it's going to make a big difference.